Hello, my name is Chelsea and I live in the UK, and I'm here giving my video feedback from the 9010 MedBed free trial, which I took part in a couple of nights ago. I should say that I'm fairly sensitive to energies as I'm a Reiki master, so I tend to pick these things up fairly easily, and I'm very, very open to this kind of technology. So on the day of my free trial, I made sure I had a good 8-hour window of uninterrupted time. So I started it just before I went to bed, around about 10:30 at night, and I lay on my bed and I got nice and comfortable, and then I thought 9010 MedBed, and straight away I could feel tingling sensation coming in around the top of my head and around my body. I wouldn't say it was like a bubble, like if quite a few people have reported feeling like a bubble of energy encompassing them. I didn't feel that, but I definitely felt the energy coming into my system. First of all, it was very subtle, as it was very gently entering the energy field, and then I felt heat in my hands, very strong energy in my hands, and then it went straight to my heart. I could feel it pumping out of my chest, a bit like when you get very excited about something, or you get that feeling of it feels like it's going to come out of your chest. But it was a nice feeling, so I could feel that, so that was encouraging. And then it started to go down the top part of my body. It didn't get to my feet for quite a while. At this point I said, "Scan me," and then as I said, I could feel it moving down bit by bit. So then I wanted to list a few ailments that I wanted to try and get rid of. So the first thing is I picked up a cold about 2.5 weeks ago. The cold itself dissipated fairly quickly after a day or two, but this chesty cough had been hanging around ever since then. It just wouldn't go. So I asked for the MedBed to please heal the chesty cough. And then the next thing I wanted to do, sorry, just looking at my notes here, was I'd felt over the past few months like a little kind of knot or some kind of block on my breastbone, which just felt a bit tender and odd. I don't think it was anything to worry about, but it just was a bit annoying. So I asked it please to address that and heal whatever that situation was going on there. And then the other requests I had were to clear my energy field of any lower vibrational energies or any negative entities, anything that might be attached to me in any way that is not for my highest good. So I asked for that to be cleared. And what else did I ask? I also asked for, there was a couple of other things. They were the main things. And then it took a while, took about, I'd say 15 or 20 minutes. And then I started to very deeply relax. It was like I felt like little, I wouldn't say needles because that sounds like it was painful. It wasn't painful. It was like little things touching me. I felt a little bit of a needle point in my foot, just very gentle, and little places like that. So I knew something was definitely going on and that healing was hopefully taking place. And then I moved my head to the right, and I've got a very strong visual. It was very clear. It was a vision in my mind of a joint, like a knee joint or a shoulder joint. It was definitely bones, and it was definitely some kind of joint. But I'm not sure which one. Maybe the knee. I'm not 100% sure. You can clearly see it was bones. It was white, and then I saw this sort of misty white energy arrive on the left side of the vision of the bone and sweep across. So something was being healed out of my system. I also asked for all my systems to be cleared, so my endocrine, my skeletal system, etc., and to be totally cleansed. It wasn't long after that I fell asleep, and I had a lovely sleep. I woke up about 5 o'clock in the morning because I needed to use the bathroom. So I did have to get up. I went and used the bathroom, came back, laid down again, and as instructed from one of Oliver's videos, I just said 9010 MedBed, and it carried on again for another hour or so until my daughter came in. Now I should say also that I have a little dog and she sleeps on my bed with me, and she was not disturbed in any way while this was going on. She just maintained her normal peaceful self. So that's my feedback. So I was very, very excited. And oh, I should tell you that the next day my chesty cough had completely disappeared, vanished, not a sign of it anywhere. It was really quite amazing. And also my feeling sort of yesterday, and so today's Friday, so yesterday and today, yesterday was the first day after the trial, I felt this sort of calmness and peacefulness, as if other people's dramas didn't really affect me. It was as if I had some kind of protective shield around me that left me unaffected, and really I feel it's really feeling very positive and quite happy. Not that I'm unhappy, but I noticed that I was feeling just more positive generally and upbeat, and yeah, it was very, very inspiring. So I was really thrilled to take part, and I can't wait to do some more. So I hope this was helpful in some way, and yeah, see you again soon. Bye for now.